So let's talk about the next pandemic because there will be one. This paper here suggests that the next pandemic could be sooner and more deadly than we think or expect. That might be true, might not. But let's look at the possible viruses that could be the cause of the next pandemic. This paper describes a new database called Spillover that ranks the virus's ability or possible ability to jump from animals to humans. There are a lot of databases and monitoring systems, et cetera, for many different types of viruses, and more coming after this pandemic, definitely. But we're going to use this one as a jumping off point to look at the different types of viruses that we are looking out for. Spillover ranks them based on several criteria, such as the genetics of the host and the genetics of the virus, the environmental conditions, how close humans are to the host animal, etc. In the last decade or two, we've had actually 3 coronavirus pandemic possibilities: MERS, SARS, SARS-CoV-2. We were lucky with SARS. It had a mortality rate of around 15 to 20%. The lucky part of that was that it was infectious once symptoms began. SARS-CoV-2, on the other hand, is infectious pre-symptomatically or asymptomatically. Let's look at the ranking. The first 10 possible viruses that could jump from animals to humans are actually, based on this ranking, 9 out of 10 are coronaviruses, either alpha or beta coronaviruses, related distantly to the ones that have already caused pandemics. This is why we are not surprised that SARS-CoV-2 jumped from bats into humans and caused a pandemic. Why I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again from a different coronavirus. It might not be from bats or camels like MERS and SARS and MERS respectively. It might be from another bat, or it might be from a rodent. But many of the top risks viruses are coronaviruses. This is why we're not surprised at all that SARS-CoV-2 jumped from bats to animals and caused a pandemic, because it's happened a couple times before and the risk is high. So if the next pandemic comes and it's a coronavirus, you'll know that we already suspected that. Now, the severity of that pandemic will depend on a lot of things. The transmission, whether it's asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic, how easily it's and how it transmits, etc. We can't predict that because viruses change. The next video, I'm going to look at some other viruses that are a worry.